Hey, what's going on? I'm going to do a quick review of Karen Foo, and I'm going to provide my opinion. This is David Jaffe from BestStockStrategy.com. I'm actually recording this at 12:05 a.m. My wife is asleep, the au pair is asleep, and I just needed some time where things are like really quiet and I can think very clearly and just be calm, because typically during the day things tend to be a little bit hectic. So in any case, I've watched about, say, like 1 or 2 hours of Karen Foo's videos, and to be quite honest, I actually like her. I think she has a lot of good content regarding like mental health, like depression. She apparently has like a finance degree, which, I mean, let's be honest, it's not really that important. I went to an Ivy League university, graduated with a 3.8 GPA, worked at some of the world's most prestigious investment banks, and the reality is that all that stuff is nice to tell people, but it doesn't really mean much, you know? I think that there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there who think that Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley and Blackstone, that they have way more control over markets than they really do. But at the end of the day, I mean, I guess it's nice that she does have a degree in finance, even though it really is not going to help her in trading. I definitely like that she talks about depression, and some of her depression videos and like mental health videos are actually really good. Like, she gives good advice. I saw one of her videos where it said something about like taking losses like a pro, and trading where you're actually going to have a positive expected outcome. The issue that I have with Karen is that, in my opinion, I think she's a fraud, in that she is unfortunately trading the wrong product. I mean, retail Forex trading is extremely dangerous, and it's probably like the worst thing that a retail trader could possibly engage in, primarily because there's so much risk in retail Forex traders, where there's actually substantial counterparty risk, where oftentimes the exchange that the retail trader actually deposits money into is trading against them and directly profiting from the trader's losses. Now, I know that there are a few legitimate exchanges that offer Forex. Like, one that just jumps out the page at me that I know is Interactive Brokers, which are one of the largest companies. You know, they're publicly traded company. But for the most part, a lot of companies do not offer retail Forex trading. And part of the reason is that with the amount of leverage that is extended to retail Forex traders, they always have a tendency to blow up their accounts. In my opinion, Karen Foo is a fraud, and I believe that she's trying to copy and mimic Adam Khoo. So AdamKhoo, where, I mean, this guy, Adam Khoo, self-reports that he's worth like $1 billion, which to me is like hilarious. In my opinion, Adam Khoo is one of the biggest frauds in the industry. And I think that Karen Foo, in my opinion, is trying to emulate and mimic him. Now, from watching her videos, I do think that she has good information. If you look at some of her playlists, for like mental health and things like that, unfortunately, in my opinion, I just don't think that she's a profitable trader herself. I'd be more than happy to take down this video if she sends me some legitimate proof. I mean, in my videos, I sent you a full screen recording of all my trades, and then I also logged in to my account on Tastyworks, downloaded the specific trading statement for the year 2019, and then opened it up in the browser. So you know that there's no games being played, because I logged into my account and then specifically downloaded it and then opened it up. If she can do something like that and prove to me that she's actually a profitable Forex trader, then I'd be happy to delete this video. I would just like to see some type of history, whether it be like 6 months or a year, because in my opinion, the likelihood that she's a profitable retail Forex trader is close to zero. And also, in my opinion, the probability that really any of her students are profitable retail Forex traders is virtually zero. Now, there have been numerous studies out there that claim that retail day traders with close to 100% certainty end up losing money. And retail Forex traders are even worse. So let me show you some of the videos. I do like some of her vlogs. I think she has a lot of potential. I just think that she's really in the wrong product. And I think that she is misleading a lot of people. Now look, everyone makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. There's nobody who's perfect unless they're lying to you. I just really wish that Karen Foo would switch over from being in the dark side to actually selling option premium, because I think she has a lot of potential. And everyone makes mistakes. So if she's like a little bit low on money, then that's fine. But I don't know why she chose Forex. Like, retail Forex traders don't make money. I even like Singapore. I remember going to the Marina Bay Sands and meeting some people there. It was a great experience. I like Singapore. I've been to Malaysia as well. I think that Karen Foo, again, has a lot of potential, but I think that my gut feeling is she's probably been like treated poorly, and her way of validating herself is to make as much money as possible. And I'm all for people making money. I just don't want them to make money where they're actually encouraging other people to hurt themselves. And I understand that Karen Foo does a lot of good things, so I'm not gonna, this is a more positive review than I usually give, because I think she has great motivational advice. I think that she's a good speaker. I think that she also provides great health advice. But at the same time, retail Forex trading is probably the worst product. Besides, I would say retail Forex trading is probably one of the worst things that you could possibly do. There's no learning component. There's no technical analysis that you're going to be able to use. It's just really bad, How to trade the RSI divergence strategy. I mean, like, seriously. All right, let me show you real quick the trading studies that they apply to day trading. But remember that retail Forex trading is actually much worse. All right. So here's the recent day trading study. This came out just about a year ago from Brazil. And as you can see, we show that it is virtually impossible for an individual to day trade for a living. 97% of them lost money. Only 0.4% earned more than a bank teller. So pretty much you're virtually guaranteed to lose money, and if you do, you're going to earn less than minimum wage. And then also it says here that the results are actually overstated because they didn't take into account trades that were held for more than one day, and then they also had a time constraint. So they believe that the actual results are actually worse than the stated results. The people, they downgrade, and they think that Brazil and the mini Bovespas are not liquid contracts. They're actually just as liquid than the S&P 500. They are the third most traded equity index futures and options contracts in the world. They're actually more liquid than the E-mini S&P and the S&P 500 index. They attribute and liken day trading as similar to casino roulette. There's no improvement. So there's no educational component in day trading. And remember, Karen Foo encourages you to actually trade Forex. And as retail Forex traders, your probability of profit is substantially worse. So, I mean, I don't know how you can be substantially worse than virtually guaranteed to lose money, but pretty much, in my opinion, I would estimate that the likelihood that any of her students make money over the long term by trading Forex is probably close to zero. That's my opinion. You're welcome to disregard it. There's a summary. There's no evidence of learning. It may not be sufficient to discard day trading as a possible career. Those that made money earn less than minimum wage. And pretty much, I mean, those that actually made money, they were statistical outliers, and they did so with extremely high volatility in their returns. And over time, it's likely that those people would have lost money as well. As you can see, the standard deviation of their daily profit ranged from $632 to $3,308. Here's where I was talking about the reported performance is likely better than the actual. Day trading performance is likely to be overestimated for two reasons. First, we did not consider income taxes and other relevant expenses, such as costs of trading platforms and courses. Second, we only consider days in which the individual purchases and sells the mini Vespa contract in exactly the same quantity. For instance, we do not consider a day in which an individual purchases 5 contracts and purchases 10 and sells 5. And according to prior research, retail day traders are reluctant to close losing day trades due to the disposition effect. Because of these two reasons, retail day traders' actual performance is likely to be even worse than what we report below. And what they report below is pretty damn dismal. So in turn, patterns like this are usually found in gambling activities such as casino roulette. So that's pretty much what you're doing when you day trade. And as I said, it's worse when you're going to be trading Forex because the odds are not in your favor. You can read the study if you so desire. They conclude that it's virtually impossible for an individual to day trade for a living, contrary to what brokerage specialists and course providers often claim. And here are all the references. So yeah, in my opinion, Karen Foo is a scam. I definitely would not encourage those people to trade and become retail Forex traders. But if you want to disregard everything that I say and you want to follow her and you believe in her, then you're welcome to go do it. So David Jaffe with BestStockStrategy.com. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I appreciate your attention.